You might have a little graveyard in your house. Not a scary one, a quiet one. Maybe it is a guitar in the corner. Maybe it is books to learn a new language. Maybe it is a project on your computer that is not done. And when you see it, you feel bad inside. People may call you names. They may say you quit too fast. They may say you do not have grit. They may say you do a lot of things, but never finish one. It often goes like this. You start something new. It feels amazing. You learn so fast. You think, this is it. This is my thing. Then it gets serious. The fun feeling disappears. You feel bored. You stop. Then you find a new shiny thing. After years, you look back and think, what is wrong with me? Why can't I stay with one thing? But what if you are not broken? What if your brain is just doing what it was built to do? Some people who quit a lot are not lazy. They have a strong learn new stuff drive. Your brain really loves new facts, new patterns, new surprises. That is not a bad trait. It is the same kind of spark that smart, many skilled people have. The big difference is not who you are. The difference is how you keep going when it stops being new. So let's look at the moment you usually quit. When you begin a new skill, everything is fresh. If you start photography, you go from zero to something fast. Every day you learn a lot. Your brain gives you a happy chemical reward. It feels like a big, warm yes. It feels like falling in love. This is the beginner high. But then you learn the basic rules. You get how the camera works. You get the simple parts. Now the new surprises come slower. Learning gets flat. This is the plateau, the boring middle. For your kind of brain, the happy reward can shut off right there. And now you stand at a fork in the road. A master keeps going through the flat part. A dabbler stops. People call that laziness. But real laziness is not doing anything at all. You do act. You just do not act when your brain feels out of fuel. It feels like a crash, like withdrawal. Your brain says, this costs too much. The prize is too small. So you stop. Now, be honest with yourself. Did you stop because you truly finished the skill? Or did you stop because it got hard? Sometimes people quit because they hit one tough spot. They feel dumb. Their pride hurts, so they run away. That is fear. And that fear wins more when a certain brain muscle is weak. We talk about grit like it is magic, like you are born with it or not. But it is more like a body muscle. It lives in a part of the brain. It turns on when you do something you do not want to do. When you love the task, it can stay quiet. When you do the hard thing anyway, it turns on. And when you use it, it grows. When you don't, it shrinks. If you often quit when you feel bored or stuck, this muscle can get tiny. Then even a small hard thing feels huge. A confusing page, a tricky line of code, a hard chord on a guitar. And your brain says, stop now. That is not you being bad. It is your muscle getting weak from not being used. Now pause for a second. If this is hitting you, like the video, tell me in the comments what your graveyard item is right now, and subscribe so you can keep training this with me. Here is the good news. This brain muscle can grow at any age. Some older people stay super sharp. They often have this area strong. Why? Because they kept doing hard things again and again. They kept lifting the weight. So a young person can have a weaker willpower muscle than an old person who has faced lots of hard days. So how do you train it without quitting again? You send it to the gym, but you start small. You do not try to lift something giant on day one. You use a gentle rule, a tiny push, just 15% more. Here is how it works. You start your practice, then you feel that old urge to quit. The fun is gone. You feel annoyed. Do not stop right away, but do not force hours either. Just do 15% more. If you plan to read 10 pages and you want to stop at page 3, read to page 4. Then you can stop. That little extra is the workout rep. That is the moment your brain muscle learns. I can do hard things for a bit. Over time, that muscle gets stronger. And later, it can carry you through the long, boring middle. This is how a dabbler can become a master. Now, one very important note. Some of you may have ADHD. If you do, this can work differently. For you, trying to push only with willpower can backfire. It can make you burned out and ashamed. If you think you have ADHD, you often need help outside your brain too. You may need to make the work steps very tiny and easy to see. You may need timers, so time does not feel endless. You may need to work near another person to help you stay on track. You may need small rewards to help your brain stay engaged. Do not call yourself weak. Use tools that fit your brain. There is one more trap. Boredom hurts more today. Why? Because your brain is used to loud, fast rewards, quick videos, games, sweet foods, easy hits of happy chemicals. Next to that, learning a language feels slow. Practice feels quiet. It can feel like you cannot breathe, so you have to lower the noise. You need a reset during work time. Not forever, just during practice. Put your phone in another room. Turn off extra sound. Let boredom show up. Boredom feels like a stop sign, but it can be a doorway. It can be the blank space your brain needs to store deep learning. It can be the moment you switch from watching to making. So here's what I want you to try. A 6-month challenge. Pick one interest, just one, anyone, not for life, just for 6 months. Do not aim to be the best in the world. The goal is simpler. You will reach the plateau. You will feel the reward drop. You will feel the urge to quit. And then you will do 15% more anyway. Little by little, you will find your strength. When you prove you can push through the dip, something changes. You stop thinking, I'm just a quitter. You start thinking, I'm someone who can train. You are not stuck. You are learning how to become the kind of person who can master things. And next, we can talk about what to do with all your interests. How to build a life that can hold more than one. But first, pick your one thing. Lift the small weight, then lift it again tomorrow.